Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Attack Tour League Season 1 playoffs for some quarterfinals goodness between your Shadow Cup champions, PD Midnight and NFG Bumblebees. Blue Row, how did you order your cheesesteak at Jim's?
Yo, fuck, how did they ask? Fucking, I got it with provolone,
Okay.
no onions.
Nice.
Provolone, no onions.
That's not a bad order. Provolone is very underrated.
Oh, absolutely. I was just like I get it, cheese whiz is good, but I went with provolone.
No, it's not.
But, alright, so pretty good start to the fight for NFG Bumblebees already. Moity just sitting on the off angle, picking off flame. No one really looking at him at the
He's
moment.
already got 2 kills out of it.
For NFG Bumblebees, just, I mean, they were just away from the rest of the team and they were getting picks, but PD Midnight still in position to potentially take the point, but that nade kind of seals the deal there.
That's a massive nade. Meanwhile, Moity just kind of got free reign to shoot whoever he wanted. They never contested him up on the high ground in the window there.
I mean, he got to do whatever he wanted, and that's kind of the downside of running a diva in this comp, or not running a diva in this comp, is you have no one to really contest that high ground there. Everyone has to stay a little more tight knit. So if a McCree is on the off angle, you don't really have anyone to send after him except maybe your own DPS. Desi Kiera going for a nice little anti. Team was pushed back by Panini though, so unable to.
Moity getting another kill.
Panini's down. I mean, yeah, that's just another first pick for Bumblebees.
Carpe, I couldn't find a voice changer to work.
Wait, if I smack my desk enough, I can make my voice way deeper.
Oh, there you go.
It jiggles my. Let's see.
And your mic cut out.
Does my wait? Did it work?
No, your mic cut out. Oh, shattering a solo onto Elfin. He is gonna die from it. Reinfardt's gonna get nanoed, and he's swinging away, but kind of slowly getting the health chipped away. Babkit's kind of helping out, killing some things around him. Blue, I think your mic actually died, because I can't hear you. Big ol' stick on the bread, though. Big kill for Skokilla.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright, never mind. We're good now. Reinfardt maybe looking for a sneaky pin or something. I don't know if he's been caught out yet. Panini did look to the right just a little bit. Not exactly sure if it was enough to let them know that Reinfardt is there, but he is going for a cute little pin there. Oh, no one's seen him yet. No one has seen him yet. He is going for the pin.
The counter pin, and he's gonna die for it.
And
he's gonna lose that fight for his team.
And the grab is huge. The grab is absolutely huge. I think that was a 4-man flashbang coming out from Moity, but I mean, it was only him. And Desi Kiera can't really get anything out of that.
When your main tank decides to like turn on maximum overfeed, what are you gonna do? Like,
yeah. Set the feed drive to warp speed, get sent back to spawn just as quickly. And
fed so fast he went plaid.
And Skokilla is gonna pressure the point. Pretty nice there. They do have to send bread back, so that is a lot of the tempo for PD Midnight.
Big pin on the Elfin.
That is a big pin onto Elfin. Reinfardt's gonna have to get a bigger one onto Panini here. And Reinfardt actually dies before they're able to capitalize on it. And the Bumblebees, while all that is going on, are actually able to get out of cap. Skokilla was just slowly pressuring the point this entire time. So even if this fight goes on for a little bit longer, they're not going to be building up any progress, our PD Midnight. And I mean, that's huge. That's pretty big. This could have been a 35%, almost 40% fight. But that little, I mean, he's just constantly pressuring the point, not really taking any fights, just being annoying while the rest of his team kind of did the work. And it doesn't really totally work out in the end because they don't win a decisive team fight. But, you know, that percentage, I mean, any percentage is valuable. And stopping enemy percentage is also valuable.
I have a surprise for Brugge if he says that he hates me one more time. Oh, big pick.
Oh, that's a disgusting pick onto Aloha. Moity just getting another really big pick onto the enemy team. And
what a huge shatter!
Big boy, big man, disgustingly inspiring shatter. Flame trying to come back with something just as big. He's unable to. And yeah, that looks like that will be NFG Bumblebees, unless Aloha can touch here, which most likely will not be able to. They will take the first round of control.
And there it is. And I mean, stand out at least for that that third or half of the map. Moity just kind of got to do whatever he wanted the whole time. I think they kind of need to pay attention to what flanking route he's sitting on, because he got away with literal murder.
And they really do. They have to be paying attention to the flanks, and really, PD, they have to be careful about how much space they invest into taking, because if they're just deep into a fight and they haven't scouted Moity out, it's going to be really hard for their very death-volley comp to turn and look at Moity, because they're already in the middle of a T-fight. It's hard to deal with whenever you invest that much. So, I mean, NFG Bumblebees, they're already coming out here seemingly countering PD Midnight's very brawly style quite easily. With that
Skokilla coming out under the Widow, gonna be rolling uncontested. That's gonna be something that PD Midnight's gonna have to deal with.
And Brett is gonna go down early. I do believe took some damage from Skokilla and was finished off by Elfin in that fight.
And Skokilla's looking to deny the Lucio coming back.
But Desi is dead, as is Flame. That's actually a pretty big pick for both teams, but it does look like NFG Bumblebees, who were at the main advantage, are going to come out on top. We will actually see Babkit is getting pushed out. There are still quite a few people. Elfin is just kind of doing damage wherever he wants, and not really, I mean, it's just with impunity. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Bumblebees do lose a few people on the point. I mean, they'll be back, though. I'd say maybe that's an opportunity for Midnight to push, but they're taking a really quick regroup. Not switching up anything with the comm, but we'll see how the next fight goes. They do have a... Yeah, they have Coalescence. Oh, Bread gets slept, though.
And that's a huge shatter. That's a huge shatter on the PD Midnight, but Reinford's actually kind of in the middle of it. The Coalescence not providing enough healing to stop a Reaper and the entirety of PD Midnight from doing anything. Nanoblade off from Moity, though, does take down Shiranui with one swipe. Winter with another. Let's see if he can get Bread as well. That is 3 for Moity in this fight, and this Nanoblade did quite a bit of damage. He's going to get Aloha at the end of that as well. Panini left hanging out to dry. There's no one to really help him other than Flame, and Flame is dead. That was 5 for Moity in that fight. Just very clean investment of ults.
Have you taken a peek at Echo's skins yet?
Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, they're beautiful.
I love the Moth skin. I think it's fantastic.
Alright, I mean, Skokilla is just going to get another very early kill. Skokilla's behind them. I mean, taking a very aggressive angle.
Yeah, I mean, that's fight over right there. They're down 2. Moity's just going to farm more blade off of him.
Absolutely. I mean, Moity's just sitting there poking. He's got about 40% already. That Fire Strike might help a little bit.
Oh, no.
Off the bubble, and Skokilla getting another pick onto Brett. He's literally doing whatever he wants. Flame finally TPs up there. I mean, it took them 25% to realize.
I mean, yeah, it cost them so much. They're down in old economy.
I mean, really, they've got the grab and the shatter. They have quite a bit coming up. They might have 5 if they're able to touch the point, maybe play a little slow, but that move onto Aloha, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, they had the potential to get 6 ults in that fight, and they won't because Aloha's dead. Aloha could have gotten the Coalescence. Babkit is the only person caught in that grab at the moment. It's just a baby diva. Red is going
Panini gets slap charged.
But Panini's down. That's the main tank. He's dead. Flame is going to pop. His Death Blossom does get a kill, but Skokilla is going to be able to finish him. Moity is just going to do what he does. And that was a very decisive map 1 for Bumblebees.
And they do go up 1-0 on the first undrawable map. We are very worried about draws right now in the Attack Turb League. But when you have somebody like Moity popping off like he does here with the Nano Blade, might not be something we have to worry about.
Oh, he just looked really good. I mean, this is a dude who has been... He's still on the Bumblebees as a DPS player, but he has another team where he plays as a main support player, and he's mostly been grinding his main support player. He's, like, generally, I believe, a Lucio player. Let me check his account. See, yeah, generally a Lucio player.
Oh wow!
As of like,
by and
still,
far,
showing his prowess on the DPS, showing he's still, at least in terms of the Attack Torb League, he's still got it. Still got it for his.
Oh, gotta respect the 53 hours on Ana. That's pretty nice. And as we move our way onto Eichenwalde, what's PD? What are they missing here? I mean, they're kind of lacking that like swagger we saw the other night when they went to 8 million. I paid off the teams to draw every other map. Fuck off, Froga.
What I think PD is missing, I mean, it just, to me, it seems like a compositional oh my lord, words, mismatch. I mean, the Brawl comp is good when you don't have spam coming at you from a million angles. It's also good if you realize that you can just kind of run over the enemy tanks, because they had both, at least in the first round, they had the McCree and the Tracer on the flank. Basically, NFG always had a team, like someone on the flank. And when you have that happen, you kind of just have to realize if you're running a death ball, you can just run over the enemy tanks and just take a fight like 5v6 and then maybe deal with the flanker after. Because it's always going to take the flanker at least some time to get to the fight. So you have to take fights really fast, especially with the Lucio. Your Lucio can't just be like hanging around, which they seem to be doing a lot of the time. You got to take tight, knit engages and just run them over. That's what death ball's supposed to do in the first place, especially if they're running a spammy comp. It should win almost every time if you're just running them over. But they decided not to do that. They decided to just like take the poke and let them do whatever and kind of get a little bit discombobulated. They seemed very, like just very much in disarray in that second map. So we'll see if they can get it figured out.
Meanwhile, in general, there is a cat video.
Wow.
Give me an eye.
It is Grace's cat, enabled to spell midnight. It is a cat.
I think she also had that video the other night, right?
Oh, did she?
I think so. Well, I mean, they're gonna need all the help they can get if that last map is anything to go off. NFG Bumblebees, they are the 4th seed for a reason. They are a very strong team. A very strong team.
There's my my guaranteed statement. If I get temporarily laid off from my job, I will dye my hair green.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. My hair, I mean, so I had longish hair going into the quarantine, and then I just like cut it all off. I literally shaved it. I went crazy, man.
Oh, they switched sides on me.
Unlucky.
Don't teams know they're only allowed to switch sides if they're tied up?
Which they better not be, ever.
Should I flex on people and buy the Echo Golden Gun? Yes.
Oh yeah. Why not? That'd be sick.
Ready for battle.
And I will move us back over to the cast as we check out this computer repair store. And Skokilla coming out on the Doomfist now. That's a pretty bold pick for a defense. I guess they're just kind of looking for... I mean, they have their DPS line is going to be very mobile. They have the Farm Mercy. It's going to be interesting to see what Midnight's going to need to do here to crack this defense, because it's not something you see on point A of Eichenwalde too often.
I mean, realistically, in an ideal world, they just probably catch out the Doomfist, right? Like, the Doomfist is probably going to be the one who has the least resources dedicated to him. He might get a Zarya bubble, but I mean, the Batiste has to be anchored down with the Rhine for the most part, so it's going to be very hard.
Oh, big boop to kind of break up their attack.
That was a nice boop.
Yeah, nice I think you're right. Their go is to kill the Doomfist. Their win condition.
Yeah. I mean, and look at that. He's already antied. He has gone in, and he's dead.
And he's dead.
There we go. Gluta, the prophet, comes in, and what he says
is law. Don't you dare say anything about how many maps we're gonna have. Although we say that, Aloha does go down. The kills are starting to come in for the Bumblebees as the fight goes on, slowly picking people down.
That's a huge pick for Flame, actually, picking off the Batiste. That is the main source of healing for almost this entire team. Moity is not going to be able to enjoy the pocket anymore, and I don't think he's going to be able to enjoy the rest of his team being alive. Aloha going down is a pretty big pick, and as is Panini going down as well. That's actually big, but they're still, it's like a 3v3 right now on the point, and if I had to say, I would give the advantage to PD Midnight just due to spawn, and Shiranui is back as well. Moity is still kind of pounding the damage in, but he doesn't really have any point presence. Skokilla has to come in and jump over, but Flame is going to get a big barrage. And
However,
we'll see. Moity has his own as well, and yeah, he's just gonna. I mean, it's just not nearly as good, right? Like there are just too many people for PD Midnight to interrupt it, kill him. I mean,
let's get revived.
Big boy res, but I mean, how much is it
Just
really
stall
gonna
at this
help?
point, yeah.
Reinhardt. Oh, it's actually big. That's actually big. The res.
They got out Nano.
To get back, and Panini's gonna be Nano just so that they can finish off the fight. That's enormous.
Yeah, that's a fair trade. And ult
that's
for a
momentum
cooldown.
slower. That is a momentum slower, by all means.
Skokilla coming back out on the Widowmaker though.
And I think
Oh
that's the right.
no.
Did he just miss a jump? I didn't see what
He
happened.
did. I was gonna
Oh.
follow along. I'm like, oh, the Batiste is gonna do some high ground nonsense, and then they did it.
So that's just a free, at least cart push for a little bit for PD Midnight. That's probably literally best case scenario for them. Desi Kira is actually must have been making a switch to the Ana. I'm assuming that's what it is. I know if it were me, I would swap. Oh, Panini slept out of the shatter, but it doesn't matter in the slightest.
They're already
PD
rolling.
Midnight are just running over them at the moment. Flame did go down to Skokilla at some point in that fight. Bread was looking for blood, and
So we had a Battle Mercy looking to kill.
we'll beat him to it. And PD Midnight are, just rolling along at a record pace. They have some good ults to make this happen. They have both the Grab and the Blizzard. Probably don't want to use both, but if you really want to finish off point B, you can make that happen. They do have to press their ults before Babkit or Reinfart do press theirs. See if they're able to touch. Jesse Kira going down is pretty big. Double grabs coming out. The Blizzard as well. But I don't know how this is going to go. There's a lot of freezing going on the point. Moity's going to be able to pick off Aloha in all of that mess. But Skokilla and Moity are just the only two people on point right now. Make that just Skokilla. He has to stall long enough for everyone to get back. And I do not know if he'll be able to do that. Desi Kira is actually going to get a sleep onto Flame. That's enormous. There aren't going to be any boosts or pickoffs here. He's going to be antied and killed, and that might actually have won them the point. We'll see. We will see. Panini is coming in. But
I don't know how I feel about Panini coming back in. This is just kind of... They're
Yeah, I think
taking a
it's done.
down fight. They're just kind of feeding ult charge right now.
I mean, Desi Kira swapped over to Ana barely a minute ago, and just with an excellent play.
And I'd like
Coming
to
in.
just point out that we are in support of Brugga, who seems to be trapped in a room by his cat right now. Wishing him all the best.
Unlucky. Lloyd's a menace. Lloyd's just the worst. But he's also the best. He is also the best. Moity is hiding. It seems might be trying to get off a cheeky high noon. Maybe he's just trying to see where the enemy team is going. We do not know. Moity is on his own excellent adventure without the help.
He tried to stick the Pharah.
Yeah.
That's so ballsy.
Alright, so Skokilla Skokilla has always been a ballsy DPS player, I think. Just not willing to, or always willing to take it to him. And at PD Midnight, they're taking their time. They're taking their sweet time. Getting through this castle, I don't know exactly what's taking them so long. Moity, maybe a nice zoning Deadeye. He's actually able to get Flame with that. Panini's going to be able to slam the hammer down on Moity's head, and Flame will be res. So this is actually looking like a pretty good fight for PD Midnight if they can continue this strong cadence. Flame does almost have the barrage. That's a fat anti coming out from Desi Kira. Desi Kira is just chilling on the point at the moment, and Babkit's actually going to take Flame down. Icarus flew a little bit too close to the ion cannon there.
I mean,
And,
Skokilla just got to dance around in the back line doing literally whatever he wanted. He's already almost back up to his ultimate, but he laid on so much damage that once the Bumblebees pushed, the fight was over.
I mean, the Bumblebees, they have a huge combo coming up if they really want to pop a grab and a pulse. I mean, that's at least, if it gets anyone, that's another minute. Or not another minute, but like another 30 seconds off the clock when you only have a minute. PD Midnight, they're still pushing through castle. It's pretty smart. It's not the smartest if you've ult tracked the pulse and the grab, but they're still making it work. They're clearing the high ground. I can respect that, but who on PD or who on NFG is really going to be sitting on the high ground? Maybe Moity, but we know he's not there at the moment. He's been sitting with the team quite often.
Yeah, he's
so this
playing
push,
with-
which is, I mean, this push. I mean, now that they don't even need to clear the high ground right now, because look at the cart. The cart's not even close. It's not even close to where they're fighting. And they get grab out, but they only have 30 seconds left, and they haven't even touched the cart. They had this at the gate at one point. But because no one has gone to touch, it's back at the bridge, which is actually one of the worst places to be stopped in the game. This bridge offers so much free high ground to the defending team. And I mean, I don't know. You have to send someone. Anyone. Like, you could send the Mercy and then have Flame poke back up, and they can Guardian Angel right back up to it. But I mean, it's just the thing is, the saddest thing about that is they got that for free. They got the bush or the bridge push for free, and now they might actually get help here. Panini is going to throw in the Shatter. Is not going to get anything. It's stuck, and Reinhardt is going to throw in a big boy.
That was a big boy Shatter.
That was a big boy Shatter and an even bigger boy Anti coming out from Desi Kira. And I mean, it looked really good for PD Midnight at first, but two very lengthy pushes and just no one touching the car. It's just unfortunate.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
And I mean, this kind of mirrors what happened on the bass drum map of Busan. When it really comes down to it, Reinhardt's just getting big boy shatters, like, because it's always in overtime. It's always like just ending a fight that.
Yeah, he's been insane in the
forever.
clutch so far.
Yeah,
He's been insane in the clutch, and he's just doing what he needs to do, probably more than what Panini is doing. It's just, I mean, and you gotta, I mean, there are some factors that go into that. At the entire time, Reinhardt did have a Lucio with him, other than first point, so he did have the speed advantage over Panini, who I mean, did not have the Lucio because Bread and Flame were far mercying up in the sky. I mean, it just looks like Reinhardt just has more utility offered to him in order to make these big boy plays, and Panini, he's not being left out to dry per se. It still comes down to him to make big plays, but he just doesn't have the speed advantage that NFG Bumblebees do and Reinhardt do.
and Braga blames me.
I also blame Braga. So
Ooh.
we have a Mexican standoff. Do you blame me? We'll see.
I guess.
So Panini might have gone for a cute little pin, decided he did not want to. Maybe the enemy's
Oh, the sleep on the Panini's gonna be big though.
That's enormous. So Reinhardt does need to get a pin here to get value, and he does. It's pretty big. He did get the bubble, so any CC wouldn't come his way, and the bubble ran out, but he was able to get the pin off anyway. Aloha is hacked and very low on the point. Has Winter to protect them.
Oh no.
But Reinhardt is literally just doing, quite literally, whatever he wants.
Sacrificed himself, but the damage is already done. That's going to be a very quick point A capture. Panini just got called out. That sleep was big. Well done, Desi.
We do see Bread going over to the Lucio. Winter swapping over to the Zarya. We are moving towards their signature death ball with the Reaper and the McCree.
Meanwhile,
and I like this pick. We'll see. Alright. So, alright, just a big pin actually. Reinhardt does get caught out there, maybe just getting a little bit aggressive, and that's what I like out of PD Midnight. That's what I love to see. Skokilla is, I mean,
I don't know how I feel about that ult. You just zoned them onto your own team.
I mean, but I get it though. PD Midnight have not been playing aggressive at all up until this point. Like, they're bringing out their signature aggression. They're letting Panini do whatever he wants. Wait, why did he die? Where did he just die? Bread. Well, what's happening? Why did no one go to help Bread? He was hacked, and it just seems like they were too preoccupied with holding the choke to make anything happen. Panini is going to get bubbled here. Will be hacked up. Bubble does not get rid of hack. Fun fact. And I mean, Reinhardt's just going to throw that one in. Why not? Shiranui is going to try and pop his Deadeye on the point, and it's just not going to get anything
Elfin
done.
wants nothing to do with that high noon. Oh, Flame caught out and killed by Skokilla.
Very, very nice. And I mean, that's going to be a lot of point push for the Bumblebees.
And NFG's going to push up and not make it easy for PD Midnight to come out and recontest here.
Absolutely not. Reinhardt is going to go in, probably feed a little bit, but it is still going to have the enemy team.
Does enable his Sombra to get into the back line, and that could end up being devastating.
So PD actually have a very clean retake. Skokilla does get picked off. I mean, they kind of had it handed to them with Reinhardt doing what he did. But they do have a clean retake, and that's kind of what they need here. Reinhardt goes back in, and they're actually going to throw in the grab here. Panini, ooh, very smart counter shatter is actually going to take down 3. But Moiti just comes up with 2 really big picks. 3 in this fight. Moiti was just allowed to do whatever he wanted. No one was even paying attention to him.
Yeah, Moiti just decided to end that fight, basically.
Much better.
Oh, and he's going to get right back into the backline again, and he's going to wreak havoc.
Wait, Skokilla got a little.
Oh, and he
ambitious
hacks Winter.
with that.
Oh, and
Winter does
Winter's
get
one.
Here's one. Let's see if they're able to get anything off of that. I do not know if.
Oh, nobody's
Looks like
really
it's just a
topping
tank.
off Winter. Although Moity is gonna die. Got a little too greedy.
Let's see, Elfin? Elfin? No, Elfin doesn't really come up with anything there, except for a melee kill onto Winter. And that's also a fat ante.
Oh, that is a
onto-
huge ante. Panini is low as well. Hi, Bailey Pop. My dog came to say hi.
So it looks like they're trying to maximize Elfin's value.
It's a good
on,
pick.
Oh, wait. How does that happen? I guess Shiranui.
I mean,
Just,
NFG's in a position where they can play a little bit slow. They can regroup just a hair here. Flame's gonna go try and skate in the background, get a Death Blossom, but they know he's there. Skokilla's
How many
gonna
times has
pressure.
Elfin just decided to ride on the bridge and look for a boob? Look, he's going again. He's gonna try and get Panini, and they're just gonna grab him. Why not? The grab. I mean, that's just perfect. I mean, they're gonna commit quite a few ults.
They use all their ults, and this is huge for NFG. They lose this fight, but the ult economy is wildly in their favor.
And it really
High
is.
noon for no reason.
I mean, you know, maybe they just thought they saw an opportunity to make this win. But you know, when I agree with you, I think when you see when you see Peter Midnight pop 4 ults like that, I think you don't.
Yeah, I don't know why
pop
NFG
anymore?
started investing ultimates. That's I mean, they still got a lot of good ones sitting on them. They're coming up on grab. They have nano. They have EMP. They can definitely win this fight.
Everything to win this. The big thing here is Aloha needs to make sure he does not get hacked or EMP'd, and you know, Modi can't really die. Right there, that does kind of push this halt, or this, it does halt this push. There we go, Dyslexia coming through, nice and strong. And Reinfire is gonna
Rhines
take,
are out of the fight.
yeah, I mean, there's no Rein fight. They're both dead. This is a pretty big grab from Bab, but that's 2 huge boots from Brad just in order to deny any pressure from the grab. Takes Bab kit, which is
Big
a lot of
ante.
damage out of the fight. But I don't know if it'll really
Oh,
do anything.
EMP's
They're
out
gonna
now,
EMP.
too.
Well, I actually don't know. There are a lot of people low. A lot of people low on PD Midnight right now, but Desikira is going to go down, cannot top up his team. They are going to nano Moity just so he can finish off this damage, but the spawn advantage might be just a little bit.
Big
Look, that's
shatter,
another huge
though.
shatter. That is another huge shatter. Reinfardt's going to be able to take down 1. Red is very low, and Elfin's going to take him down with the melee. The Battle Lucio has been coming in pretty big for the enemy team, but Panini, you just
Bab Kit's left alone.
I mean, just with a few botched ultimates, it seems like this push is just not working out for the Bumblebees. How many? I mean, they committed everything to that fight, and they just got
That's
absolutely
tough.
nothing. Moity EMP'd when there were only 3 of his team members there. Yes, the enemy team was low. They were very, very low, but you just got nothing out of it. Reinhardt threw the shatter in, and there was just no one to follow up on it except for Moity, and he was already half health. So this is going to be a very, very clean vanilla fight other than, wait, no, I'm wrong. There are a lot of ults coming up for PD Midnight.
Yup.
They're about to have 6. That ult economy that was in shambles, it is now on the rise. It is out of its recession. Stonks, they're up. We're going to see if they commit.
Big
That
ante,
is
though.
an enormous ante. It's going to force Bread
Force
to
beat.
commit the beat. But Desikira is down. That's a huge source of heals for the Bumblebees. They are dead. But, oh, wait, I don't know how they're doing it, but NFG Bumblebees, they just came up with 4 kills in the fight. I don't know exactly how it happened. They
Moity
many
and Skokilla popped off is what happened, and they're
They
doing it
absolutely
again right
did.
now.
And
Beats
Elfin is
out.
gonna have the beat. Let's
They
see
just
if
gotta
they're
kill
gonna make anything
Winter.
happen. This
Winter's
grab
gonna
has to do
grab.
something, and it doesn't. It's just
But
gonna
the grab's on the
sally them onto
cart, so
point.
they'll just ride along.
Flame does have to make this huge. He does take down Elton. He is going to force a lot of people off the point. That pulse bomb comes up with literally nothing. And I mean, Midnight, it looks like they almost botched it, but they actually are able to, with their spawn advantage, overcome you know. You take down 2, but it doesn't. It was cute. It was cute, Adam. I respect the gusto. But PD Midnight, they're going to come out on top with, I would say that was a miraculous hold with how their ults were looking.
Reinhardt with his big boy shatter. Oh, JK.
No, it's the pin. It's environmentals. You get 2 environmentals off that and a kill. Like, see, that would have been huge if his team was there, but they
Yeah,
weren't.
alas.
It's just
And
like,
I mean, we're tied up at 1 now.
these ults are killing me, man. They're killing me, Smalls. I'm looking at how they're using them and how thoroughly invested they get. like the more I look at PD Midnight situation, I get it. You want to use you don't want to lose a fight at all, because if you lose a fight, then you're done. You're dead. This game's over. You go down 2-0 in the series. You have to reverse sweep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, just NFG Bumblebees, they committed quite a few ults, and I mean they start off with just committing the Deadeye, which makes me assume that their ult commitment is a little bit questionable, and then they get nothing out of their ults in the next fight. It was just unfortunate. I don't know. It's looking weird. We got a weird series right now. Very few teams don't make it to point B on Eichenwald and then proceed to hold on B. You know, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's I get just poor ult discipline. I think, like, why are you EMPing when you're down 3? Why are you high nooning in a fight you should be losing? Because they just invested 4 ults against you.
They literally crashed their market, and you decided to help them. It's like if America just decided to shut down the stock market, and then China's like, "Wait, well, if you start it back up, that'd be nice. We'll help you out a little bit, even though that would make China the greatest superpower in the world." But you know,
Cough.
geopolitics aside,
Cough.
geopolitics aside, it was just rough. It was rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Hopefully they can kind of regroup a little bit. Somebody can kind of kick them all in the butt and be like, we need to call fights. We need to call ults for fights. We need to, like, kind of plan things out a little better. Someone needs to call when 4 ults are used against you. Just die. Like, the fight's over.
Yeah.
You just got handed a W, and they kind of tucked it in the back of their wallet and then got shot in the leg.
I do like that Pete and Midnight were able to make that happen, though. I mean, that's mental resilience to get held there and then not be boomed.
They say they resisted the mental boom. That's something
I mean,
a lot of
you
pro
pretty
teams
much
can't do.
You come out after, speaking as someone who played a 7-map series in this league, you come out of a long series, or I can't even imagine an 8-map one. You come out of those being unboomable for at least a while. Like nothing can harm you, and your brain after that, your brain is steel. Your frontal lobe is fully developed. There's nothing that can mess with it.
It's been a long day, Braga. My brother just texted me, "Yo, mama so fat her Patronus is a cake." And, like, part of me, I kind of want to screenshot that and then send that
Send
to
it to
our
mom.
mom.
Yeah. Hey, do it. No balls.
do it.
No balls.
And I'd like to also point out, Braga sounds like he needs to finish putting a desk together.
True. Braga needs to just finish doing everything that's required of him to move.
Mm-hmm.
And on. But no, instead he's here watching a Twitch stream.
That's gonna go on forever. Because we're doing a halftime right now, apparently.
I think they said, quote unquote, halftime is for puzzies with 2 Z's.
Ooh.
2 Z's. So but they're still taking their sweet time getting this roll. Luna's here. She's asking if people want to attack or defend, but she is being ignored as both teams just decide to talk about White Claws and space bars.
Well, if that's what they're doing, I'm gonna play a little bit of Animal Crossing.
There you go.
Just trying to get
I guess
4
we're just
fossils to Blathers. Motherfucker just said no. We already have all those, so I'm just gonna go make bank off.
Hey, good job.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna hit him with the passive aggressive desk R.
Yeah, just post it like twice.
Desk R. Yeah, hit him with it first.
Oh my god, how long's the fucking bug guy been here for? God damn it. Flick, like, just magically showed up as if, like, he's been there all day, but I've only seen him just now. Your life is a lie, you chameleon.
It's like so B's are R. We are just waiting on PD Midnight to say that they are R. They do have plenty of time. They do technically have a little, well, now less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes to get this rolling.
Ooh, sold those fossils for 16,000 bells. Pretty solid. Oh, and we go.
Traveling to Havana.
I'm gonna real quick see how long Flick is here for, and then I'll move us over to Havana.
Alright, for sure, for sure.
But you get the best part at the beginning of Havana anyway. The music's great.
We have Panini complaining that his team will not let him play Bastion. I would never
That's a
let my
good
main
thing.
tank play
He's a
Bastion.
main tank.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm spitting here.
He's here until 5 a.m. Fuck. I guess I'm
Ooh,
grinding
Not bad.
some bugs after this. I gotta pay off my house again.
What's your loan at? What loan are you at?
I think like 500,000. I
have
just got
not
the
been
I just got the second room.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I just got the first room a little bit ago.
Word,
So
word.
I mean I'm at the 348,000.
Okay, so you're at the one before me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like literally one step before you. I've been playing Valorant too much, so I haven't been playing Animal Crossing.
This just in, Aloha can't read. Yo, I just watched a friend's Valorant video, and it's just like anything that guy plays, it's like, oh, that's right, his aim is disturbingly good.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nobody else in like esports streaming or whatever that has as good an aim as him. It's disgusting.
It really is disgusting. It's too bad his brain doesn't make him want to compete.
Yeah.
It's like if MJ just wasn't a competitive person. You know, like even though he's got like, all right, so
He's a
that's
god.
Let's go kill is just gonna pick off Flame right off the bat, and you very often see that with this team, Flame. But you know, usually Flame gets a lot of resources out of the enemy team before. Like he goes a very main tank-esque Genji approach.
Ooh.
Wait, oh, he's getting a little nasty with it. Gonna deflect all that damage and just go kill it, finish him off. Looking good, and I mean that's a lot of pressure from the Bumblebees taking off. And PD Midnight, they're at least gonna be able to get this around the corner. Moity's tore, but the turret's gone. He's gonna have to play back a little bit, but
Winter humming away at like 100 charge. Back down to, yep, back up to 100. Just, I mean, the amount of damage coming out of his eye right now is there.
oh my god, that's so fat. That is Girthus Maximus there. And Panini is gonna give his life with the anti-nade. And Skill is back on the McCree, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything really. Winter is gonna get the kill on the Moity, and even though Skokilla is on the off angle, there is no stopping this part. That was a very, very, very quick point A take. We talk about the close holds a lot, but that's why you see the close hold.
Hello
I mean,
there.
Peter Midnight, or sorry, the Bumblebees, they lost one fight, and then it was done. It was done. They had a wimpy, non-manly recontest, and they just weren't able to get anything done. Let's see. This, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about this double shield comp right now. I mean, on a map where, I don't know, payload maps are generally very mobile. You're constantly moving, and this comp isn't very good at that. You don't even have the Lucio to kite with your tanks if you really need to. So this comp pretty much has to stay in place. Moity, though, is going to throw in the Molten Core. It's looking pretty nice, but Sheer Noise EMP, a little bit better. Flame is going to pull out the blade. Dry, as always. Doesn't matter. He's going to get 2 kills with it. The grab, it literally hits nothing, but it doesn't matter. Even that they commit literally everything to that fight, and they come out on top.
I don't know what Brug is talking about. He's telling me we don't have the stream on Twitch, but I'm looking at it right now. Brugga is just
Brugga's Brugga.
delirious from trying to put a desk together without directions.
I mean, I don't even know. Desikara will be able to touch, as will Babkit, but it's just Desikara who is able to put pressure on the point right now. Reinhardt, he's not even going to be able to touch. He commits shatter to the fight, but his team,
Totally
they're not able
wastes
to
it.
do anything. They win the fight up top. And it's...
That's frustrating.
That's frustrating. It's egregious. I get it, but there has to be communication there. I remember, if I remember properly, Reinhardt is not the usual main tank for this team. I'm 90% positive he's not. Oh wow, Skokilla actually just got worked in the neutral. Flame just benched 300 pounds and then threw the bar onto Skokilla is what happened there.
Brugga blames the Sweds. Oh, the Swedes.
Sweet. What do they do?
I think he got his desk at IKEA.
Oh, okay.
Gotta ourselves a DPS Ana up here.
Reinhardt is going to throw the dive in to it. Skokilla is going to pop the high noon. And that's actually a pretty interesting shatter. It's going to get Moity. And they're actually going to push onto the Sand Matrix. Probably not the best idea. It still does double damage even if you kill one person. The damage is not... There's no diminishing returns over time or with the deaths of your team in that regard. The Bongo does have to be committed though. So that's actually an insane push out of PD. They had no chance of winning it, but they actually do force the Bongo, and they probably die a lot faster than they would have had they just sat back passively. Very nice commitment there. Shiranui is going to be able to get out. I think they know where Shiranui is. It wasn't very slick. The translocator there. But is going to be able to get out. The Sombra remains quite elusive.
NFG does stabilize. Gets a big sleep though into Panini. That's going to halt the push for a little bit.
For about 3 seconds.
Yep.
I mean, when there's a time bank that big, you take what you can get.
Yep.
You take what you can get. I mean, we have another blade coming up from Flame. I wonder if we're going to see the Coalescence committed to it as well. The Nano Monkey, he is able... Oh, he just gets booped away. I mean, he used his jump very early, and he just gets booped away, and he's actually getting minimal anything out of it. He's going to have to commit the Primal Rage to get any more value, but he is just getting chipped away a little bit. Morty is going to be hacked on the Doomfist. He's pretty much unable to do a darn thing, and Reinfire, his Primal Rage runs out, and he does stall for a little bit, but they're unable to get anything done. That's a huge halt from Babkit, but they don't actually commit anything to it. I think the big tanky bodies were able to, yeah, EMP Blade coming in. We'll see if Skokilla is able to get anything with it.
Counter though!
Is able to get 2. It's looking pretty big for him. Definitely with a spawn advantage for the Bumblebees. That Reinfire, very unfortunate. Does get boops. Does not die. Is able to jump back into the fight immediately to stall the time. The spawn advantage for Chaos will be pretty big, but Reinfire going there makes the Band-Aid a little bit less effective. Moity hacked in no man's land. Very hard to run the Doomfist into the Sombra. And, you know, that's it. Babkit and Moity going down. That is the go trigger for the Bumblebees. They will hit the beats, and they will take down Desikara. This has been a very staggered fight for the Bumblebees, and, I mean, if they can finish this here, no one finishes Havana in this league. If they can finish it with even 2 minutes, even a minute and a half.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge, and it's looking like that is very likely what's going to happen. Flame is going to take down the Bongo. The ult
Did
gets quite
PD
literally
just not warm up?
down.
Is that what happened? Like,
it must have been it, because I mean they're firing on all cylinders right now. PD Midnight will look incredible, and the Bees, they look a little rough. Morty is going to make it back. He's just looking for a quick pick. He has to ult. Gonna ult right onto the point. He does have to die right now. Almost gets the pick onto Aloha. Gives them just enough time for Babkit and Reinfire to get back into the fight. Skokilla here on the Tracer as well. The Coalescence committed. They're going to have to target focus, and they're going to have to do it efficiently. The target immediately becomes the Monkey. The EMP Shatter, it is big. Gets both of the tanks down, and Desikara is here on the point. Does have to anti. Already unable to get anything else done with it, though. And with Elfin dying, Morty is the last hope on the legs, and he will fall a minute and a half, plus 8 seconds.
Honestly, not a bad last second stall for the Bumblebees. I'll give it to them. But a minute and a half time bank on Havana might as well be infinity.
I mean, it was a good stall, but normally when you see stalls like that, it goes down to overtime. Like, that's how much time Pete and Midnight were rolling in with. It was ridiculous. 5 minutes and 41 seconds in the time bank when they pushed through B. I mean, even if
what is this back here?
The Bumblebees finish this map, I have a hard time believing they're going to match the time bank. I have a hard time believing they'll have any time left, because this is probably the first or the second time this entire season that we've had anyone finish Havana.
Ready for battle.
I just found some like wonky back area of Havana. Where am I?
Is it where the aim arenas happen?
No. It's like down back behind the street from where Widow's usually set up on point A. That was fun. I enjoyed that little
oh wait, that's
matchup.
weird. I've never seen that. Yeah.
Oh, there's like a little Capitol building over here. It's kind of nice. The aim arena is on top of the spawn for C, if you're defending.
Yeah. We should do an AT Valorant League. I think that'd be fun. P Midnight coming in with a nice little close hold. I'm a big fan of close holding. I mean, I think I could go on.
It's the right way to play this map.
Forever. It is the right way to play this map, and I've talked about it so many times, which is why I'm not really going to talk about it anymore. It is the correct way to play this map. Moity actually puts Shiranui up on the high ground. Shiranui
the Bastion pick.
Jump off, but let's see if this Bastion pick's able to yield any results. Skokilla is a pretty good hit scan player. I imagine his Bastion is fine. Flame might die here, though. I don't know. Yes, is going to die to Skokilla. Committed just a little bit too hard, and Yep, the close hold. I mean, it's whatever. It's not the best thing in the world, but you take 30 seconds off and you're gonna get a second fight.
But now you have NFG stuck on Bastion. They don't really have a Protect the President comp, so he's kind of a pretty easy target, especially with the Moira now coming out for PD Midnight. Definitely a hack target.
And I mean, with the Bastion, it basically, they swap over to Ryan Zarya, and I think that's really smart. Actually, that basically guarantees that your bubbles are going to get maximum value after this first fight. I believe Winter will with 100% have 80 charge, because Bastion's just going to shoot, and shoot, and shoot. Skokilla does get off to the point, actually. Does have Reinhardt protecting him. Actually, a very smart choice. A lot of Bastions would probably just stay on the point and allow themselves to get nuked down, but this forces PD Midnight, who maybe had one idea of how to play against this comp, to play in a different way. They clear the high ground. Shiranui tries to go invis when everyone can see him. Not really Houdini. Not really Houdini. Yeah, but Skokilla gonna pop ult, get 2 kills with it. Looking very nice.
What are these time banks?
Ridiculous. That is all that they are. They are a bit wild.
Oh, they do have
Despite
Tire,
the very
though.
quick finish. Despite the very quick finish, they still didn't match PD Midnight's time bank from point A. I don't think they stopped them at all. Mostly, and that comes, you know, due to my good friend, the close hold. Skokilla does get the
There's
bubble.
the hack.
It is hacked. So, I mean, they're not even looking at the rest of PD Midnight right now. Reinhardt's actually able to get a big boy shatter off, and the Tire is enormous as well. But Skokilla is going to fall. It looked like PD Midnight, everyone literally just ran on the Bastion. I mean, it was just like Usain Bolt looking at the 40-yard dash, or the 100-meter dash, and just, you know, felt the same blood in their eyes, decided to absolutely conquer him. And they do, but they do give their lives for the cause.
But I mean,
Big
hey,
thing that
switched
was-
off. Bastion's done.
Exactly. Once the Bastion dies, you cannot snowball with him anymore. It takes an extreme effort to get him back on the point. It's just much easier to pick someone else. Shiranui is going to just get a little bit of poke there. It's about 80% to the EMP. Oh no, the Skokilla wall! The Skokilla wall actually almost messed up the grab, but it actually ended up working out pretty nicely.
Moody does
Thanks
some
to a little
damage.
improvisation from Moy. That was very quick. That was very close to being an awful wall, or an awful grab, whichever came first, chicken or the egg. And you know, it ends up not, because PD Midnight decided to run into it.
It's a bold strat.
It's a very bold strat, Cotton, especially when the enemy team has a Junkrat, but it does not bear any dividends.
They do skill rat it up. Junkrat's not going to be a great pick for this point, though. It's too wide open.
Yeah, this is. I do believe this is gonna. Wait, Flame. Decide to take a duel and get booped off of the side of the map. Never take a duel on the coast when the enemy team has multiple boops on the team. Shiranui is going to
huge
decide.
EMP.
That's a big EMP, but I think they wanted to commit Shatter with that as well. They were just coming up on it. They're going to get the kill onto Reinhardt. He was kind of left out to dry there. The resources were not there for him. Morty going to get a big boop with the Junk Tire. Is going to bring him up to that 100% ult charge. And, yeah. PD Midnight, they're holding very aggressively. I like that. Wait, Panini? Oh, okay, that worked. That freaked me out, dog. I thought he was going to fall into the moat.
Yeah.
But he does not. He is here for his team. Both Ryans do have the Shatter, but most importantly, Skokilla is coming up. Oh, Lord, that's actually a huge boop on a Desikara and a fat Shatter coming out from Panini. Moiti is going to get 1 kill, but his team was already down.
Do hope they're swapping off of the Junkrat.
I also hope so. And that's just a staggered kill on a Skokilla. That's probably best case scenario. That is a best case scenario for PD Midnight, because they did have Winter die pretty early on in that fight. But that makes it so that without the Mei, they can't engage properly. Oh wait. So Panini does get booped. Reinhardt decides not to take the chance. Panini is going to charge to try and get out of it. He does not. He gets frozen up quite quickly. And the chain CC, everyone loves to see it. PD Midnights are going to just take the L, die on cart. Very smart. Buys them more time. And yeah, I mean, we still have 2/3 of A to go, but that was a very solid ult commitment by the Bumblebees. Just a blizzard. Just a blizzard. Very clean, very efficient. So right now, I imagine the call is for Winter to just pop grab in this fight. They do need to be looking out for Reinhardt. They do need to block the counter Shatter.
They
There's no
don't.
one to block it. Panini was slept. Panini was slept and able to get
Blade
anything
is
done. But
in.
Flame gets 2. Flame gets two dashes. He does get brought down by Moity with the concussion line, but I don't think it matters. They lose two very pertinent players in their roster. Bread was in there. He is ragdolled all the way across the map. And, I mean, that actually might be the go button. Panini does have the shatter. Panini does have the shatter. They're going to pop the coalescence to make sure nothing happens. Reinhardt does block it quite easily. It was quite telegraphed. Panini is going to get antied here. And, I mean, I said there's no way that they finish with enough time, but it's very possible.
Here we are.
That Bumblebees have put it together. Elton does go down. He was a big, you know, Lucio going down is always big. Especially...
Sure knew he's got the EMP, though.
His team has to make it back, though. Like, the EMP is not going to matter if his team doesn't make it back. And that's nice. So the tire is going to come from, I'm not sure where. Morty just holding on to it is going to take down Panini. Very nice. It does prevent quite a bit of stall. Bread is able to pop the beat. See if they're able to get anything
Blizzard's
done.
out.
Yeah, Blizzard is huge. That is going to halt most of the stall. And it looks like they'll have slightly less time. But, well, actually, Shirinu is able to get onto the point, as is Panini. It does come down to the death of Panini, or the boop. That also works. His following death means that Bumblebees.
Basically the same time
Basically
bank.
the same. Basically the same. This is what I get for talking about me being right all the time. I said there was no way this happened, and I'm off by about... I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Match.
I dare say this is definitely the first time both teams have finished the map with such an excessive time bank.
I think you could say that in the history of Overwatch.
History of Overwatch, yeah, for sure. I don't know. There are some wild teams in the Overwatch League. I'm sure something happened, but we get the pleasure of casting Havana for an extremely long amount of time.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, all the stuff they like put back here for like the off chance of Farah peeks around this corner and sees trees. But there are some scuffed ass trees. Morty, you're somebody's hero. Congrats. IFV Ready loves you. Remember that one time Brugga said we didn't have the stream going? As if like we've never done this before.
See, it went offline for me at one point, but it was just my internet, so I knew it must be Brugga. So, same thing, close hold, the Bastion coming out of Skokilla, as well. Aloha's Immortality Field used quite early in that fight, and it is going to allow the Bumblebees to just kind of run over the enemy team. Flame does get a pick on the Reinhardt, but I don't know if it really matters here. Skokilla is just pounding away at the moment, just picking up so many kills, so much ult charge. 3 for Skokilla.
I do like the Bastion Farah combination. You gotta pay attention to one of them, but you can't do both of them at the same time, because one's on the ground, the other is just way up in the air. You can't shoot at them both, and it forces PD to make a very difficult decision. I like it,
and it's so smart, right? It's such a smart way. I mean, that's the kind of comp, well, maybe not the Bastion, but at least the Farah for sure. That's the kind of comp you would run against a double shield, right? You would just do so much poke damage. I mean, it's just, so many teams freak out about the close hold, they run their default comps into it, and there's just no need to do that if you're running the comp that the Bumblebees are. This is a very smart way to kind of counteract that. But Moity does have the barrage. He's going to get immediately popped by Shiranui. Shiranui was hiding somewhere that I don't think he quite knew about. Flame is in quite deep. Will have to Wraith if he has it. Does not. Actually, the bubble for Babkit is quite timely. She does not fall. She takes all the brunt of that damage. Loha is going to pop the Ant Matrix, and Brad's going to get Reinhardt. We'll see if Babkit's able to make anything happen. It's a terrible angle. I think it was, you know, I'm a support player, so I'm kind of like, oh, Shiranui actually goes down to Moity. That's pretty big. That's the biggest counter for Moity. Moity's actually going to be able to stall a lot longer than he might have initially done so, and with Elfin coming back, that's pretty nice. Skokilla is going to pop the High Noon, but it doesn't really get anything. And that's actually a big shatter coming in from Reinhardt. The bubble onto Flame is nice, but he's not able to get anything done. That's another big shatter coming in from Panini, but I don't know if it's able to get anything done. There are only 3 alive.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the shatter
no
there.
Spawn advantage. There's so much sustain on the cart right now, and Panini's
hold up.
dying. Oh, wait, Winter, no. Wait, no. That's unfortunate. They didn't see that Desi Kiara was actually contesting the cart there. That would have been a great grab if Desi Kiara wasn't here. But Winter, probably one of the biggest tools for stopping this team fight, is now gone. Winter is not able to survive, was just out of range of that. Flame's going to come in with a Dust Blossom, is going to get Elfin, actually, and Bred's going to catch Moity out. on the legs. We'll see if PD Midnight are able to make anything else happen, but I'm not quite sure. Desi Kara is gonna pop the beat. Actually got that
PD's like
quite
making
quickly.
this fight last a really long time, but they're just snowballing themselves. They've used all their ultimates. I don't know, that was weird. They tipped the old economy in favor of NFG Bumblebees there.
I wonder if they're gonna touch again. I don't think they will. I don't think they should.
Shouldn't.
But it's, yeah, no. I think you just go for a fight win here. You have a huge time bank. You can just go for a fight win
Brig
here. That's the
swap
thing about
is,
overtime.
Are they gonna put Brig on point?
It's very possible. It's very possible that they're just gonna put Brig on point. Maybe they just want Brig to brawl with the Ryan and Zarya a little bit more. I mean, you're absolutely right about the ult economy. It's just kind of in shambles for PD Midnight, and well, Reinhardt committing his let's see, Shiranui going for a cute pick. But Skokilla comes up with a huge pulse bomb onto the supports. He's gonna get a third kill on Panini, and that's just, you can't have that happen. You cannot have that happen. Skokilla comes up with his 4th kill of the fight, and oh my lord, you just.
I mean, you're Zarya, Brig, Reinhardt, just chilling on point. That is such a tough nut to crack. With all that bonus healing from the payload.
So overtime will continue. Neither team's really coming up on any ults, and I say that just because Moity's ult doesn't really count. It's not that good. The biggest thing that PD Midnight are going to have is going to be Bread, the sound barrier, but it's less effective the less people that it can hit. Let's see. Moity is just going to sit on the high ground. He's actually going to take down Bread before he's able to even get his beat. And I mean, we're seeing the potential for a double cap for the Bumblebees. This is kind of wild. PD Midnight are letting this slip.
I mean, this is gonna go all the way to the choke by the castle, easy.
Without a doubt. Unless Bread's beat is huge.
And he's
again,
dead.
Can't use it because just hunted down by Skokilla. Skokilla's in their spawn right now. Almost got the pulse.
I'd go and look, but somebody's playing a Brigida, so.
So Skokilla kind of has to play careful here because these overtime spawns are ridiculous for both sides. At the moment, if you die, you're gonna be gone a very long time. Let's see, who's on cart right now? It's Desi. Skokilla's gonna get the pick onto Aloha, and that's a coalescence that will not be in this fight. At the very least, they are going to aggress. They are going to aggress with the beat and see if they can get anything done. Reinford's just gonna get another huge shatter. Clutch overtime shatter. Does not block it. They get grabbed, but they're not able to do anything. You're right, Steve. This is at least making it to the bridge. We'll see if it makes it any further. Flame does have the Death Blossom, but Skokilla's coming up on the pulse bomb, and he has a lot of armor. There's a lot of armor for the Bumblebees right now in order to take this fight. And Aloha going down. That's the second time Aloha was the first person picked in the fight. That's a coalescence that will not be able to help his team re-aggress into the fight. And I mean, it's an overtime spawn. It's going to take forever for him to get back. Flame is just going to go onto the cart, see if he can get anything done. Just gets absolutely
Elfin does
nothing.
miss the bash.
Does miss the bash, but it does not matter.
No.
He tries to shatter and comes up with absolutely nothing. Desi Kara is able to pop the Ant Matrix, and there's no one who can really contest him. Brad is here on the mortar, but you can't get anything done.
Wow.
They've done it.
The Brig is
Bumblebees
huge.
capped twice. I mean, look at that. Just cute little stick. This is wild.
Double cap on Havana in my Overwatch. And Carpe, to celebrate the occasion, is cracking open a nice, refreshing Dr. Dazzle. Okay, is the correct statement. So you can't tie.
I hate these teams. I hate these teams. Like, this is...
They're quite literally trying to kill us.
But I mean, definitely, this is what we want out of our playoffs. This has already been, with just a few matches, this has already been, without a doubt, a very exciting set of playoffs so far. And we're just in the quarterfinals, baby. Semifinals are like a month off or something like that. It's a while until we get all the games done we need to get finished. This is going to go on for a while, and these games are going to be excellent. So much competition in the league. It's looking good.
And we kind of look, the Bumblebees are again holding up pretty far. They're kind of like ignoring the whole initial fight here. Skokilla is going to hang out, try and pick out some quick early ult charge. Is going to go and try to assassinate Aloha, putting a lot of pressure on him, making the entire team turn around. that's going to be a huge advantage for the rest of NFG, as they're going to be able to collapse down onto the rest of PD. And I mean, a minute to go, all you got to do is get this clock to overtime and get them off the cart once, and they full cap, which is just, again, huge on Havana to do once, let alone twice. As Skokill is getting a lot of free mileage here, working up their ult, getting topped off with some healing there. Just them and Flame kind of doing a 1v1 for a while. Skokilla does win it. And the kills are kind of going in favor now. Oh no! Shiranui gets staggered too. That's so big, and Skokilla is sitting on Pulse Bomb. We're looking at 30% to Barrage for Moity. Reinfart's coming up on the Shatter as well. Then you just kind of look over at the ult economy for PD Midnight. They don't really have what they need to capture point A here. And you look, oh, Skokilla is hacked.
Oh, I mean, they have to, yeah, they have to go
that's a
Skokilla
big
there.
hack. That's a huge
That's absolutely
hack.
perfect. The immortality field's out though, so I need damage mitigation that Moity could have.
Oh, the Shatter's in. Shatter Barrage.
Shatter Barrage is huge. I mean,
Oh,
no
that's the
immortality
map.
field to counteract that. You're dead. You're done. I mean, you probably would have been dead anyway, but yeah.
Oh.
Shiranui
Oh.
does not have the EMP, but does have the potential to touch the point.
touch.
Nobody really spot checking for him right now, and Winter will be here on the ball. Does get moved away, but still touches. That's all that really matters here. The damage does not matter as much as you might think, but Shiranui dies. I mean, you're not going to be getting anything out of the EMP if you're
Desi
dead.
saving the day with that window. Grav is out.
Grabs
Skokilla
out,
gets a
Panini's
stick.
in it, and that's it. I mean, Aloha and Panini are going to go down. You can kill Winter on the point here, and with these overtime spawns, no one's going to be able to touch NFG Bumblebees. Are what, 2-1 in the series now?
They are indeed. Going
Just for
up
everybody
2-1.
watching. Just for everybody watching, this is a 1-3 series. This is not like the other map, or the other series the other night. They can only go to 3. Mathematically, they can't get as many maps as they did last time.
Skokilla getting the Tracer play of the game. Skokilla got away with literal murder. 69 elims is silver right now. Nice. Oh, there it is. And somebody rudely sent it back to lobby before I could circle it more. Carpe is correct. They're 2-1. They will switch sides. Even though we go onto a control map, if I'm not mistaken right now. It's a few questions in Discord. Blue and I do have scrims going on right now that we will be.
We are both missing scrims right now, so that we can provide this
to
nice
cast for you.
series for
And
you.
Jesus Christ, I think they just switched sides. No, yeah, they switched sides. I hate everyone. We are going on to Anubis for some 2CP lull. As I quickly flip-flop the scores and the overlays. Going for a gold theme for the finals. It's kind of fun. Definitely not ripped off of anything. We wouldn't do that here. Somebody left for Bumblebees?
What is that?
Carpe, I will ban you from your own Discord. Or Twitch.
Unlucky. It was Desi, it seems, has left the match. We will see if they get back in. There's a short break that the Bumblebees have asked for, so we will abide by that. They do have up to 5 minutes for that, so you know it's 8:14. Let's actually keep track of it. We usually don't keep track of it. We let the 5 minutes breaks sometimes go on forever. So 8:14, 8:19 for me, 9:19 for you will be the cutoff.
Mm-hmm. And can you add like a countdown in we'll see. Oh, there aren't any like fancy settings. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and delete that text file. I'm sure there's some way to do something fancy like that in OBS. It's such a complicated bit of software. I don't even know what color source means. Carpe out here trying to get himself a cease and desist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's...
Braga likes the gold because it symbolizes his elo, his gameplay,
Rip.
his mentality. Very unfortunate.
Carpe, go turn drops on.
No Valorant drops? Leaving. Goodbye. No Valorant gameplay? Leaving. Goodbye.
What's Valorant?
Let me tell you about Valorant. Valorant is an FPS tactical shooter made by Riot Games with heroes involved. They have champions, heroes. They call them agents. They have their own abilities. Every one of them nice and well balanced except for one. And we don't need to talk about her because when I talk about her, I get a little upset. Her name is Raze, and every little bit of her utility can one-shot you if used properly, and there's no one else in the game who can really one-shot you like that without guns. So it takes literally no skill whatsoever to play this bitch. She has a rocket launcher in a tactical shooter. She has a noob tube. She's just the worst. She's the worst. I hate playing against her. And I'm very happy that both teams are R right now.
Because we're teetering on a rant.
We're headed down a dark path. She's oh my god, dude. It doesn't matter. We're going to Temple of Anubis, map 4 of this series. It is a 1st to 3. People asking if it's possible to draw this map. Yes, it is. It's literally called Draw Anubis. 2CP is very drawable.
I'll leave. I'll stop this cast if they draw. Don't think I won't.
Wait, did Broga call me a bitch?
He says you can't say bitch.
I can't. Wait,
we
why?
Can't say bitch? Wait, what word can't we say?
What do you mean? That's literally okay. I'm like one of 2 people who has read the rule book.
Carpe, just do it.
Just do it, forehead. So we do have Cranster in for Flame. He is on the Junkrat. He is kind of you know, he's got like he just covers the heroes that Flame can't, right? Like Flame plays the Genji, the Pharah, and the Reaper. Cranster kind of just does the rest. Flame has a very niche hero pool, and Cranster also has a very niche hero pool. It's like Goku and Vegeta when they make Vegeta or Gochita.
I dig that reference. I still need to see the new Super movie, but you know.
Yeah, I followed DBZ a lot as a kid, and I just don't anymore. Nice dive coming out from NFG Chaos. At least the comp. I don't know how their dive is going to look. I hope it'll be fine because I love watching some good dive. Into the Junkrat, Orisa, Batiste, it might be a little bit difficult. We'll see if they're able to make anything happen though. Reinhardt is just going for a little bit of a swing. Does miss once, twice, 3 times. And Reinhardt's just got the cute little angle right now, and he's trapped.
Big ante.
Is going to die. That is a fat ante. I don't know if it'll result in anything. Oh, Panini going down. That's actually Gargantuan. Bread could probably get the res here. Skokilla might get the kill on Bread, though.
Oh, this could
Bread
be big.
has been getting away with that all throughout the league, but he is now facing another big team. And Skokilla will not let that happen, but Desikira dying does halt to push just a little bit, but Skokilla can still be here. Oh, no, not anymore. Not when a Junkrat grenade just takes him right in the face. Reinhardt will go straight to the point. So Junkrat is dead. Junkrat is dead. Going to be unable to spam as much as they want to. It is just a 3v3 on the point. 4v3. 3v3 again. 3v2. Oh lordy, it looks like PD Midnight will most likely be able to bring this back, but I'm not sure. Bread might die here. Skokilla being an absolute menace. Aloha dying does mean a lot of the main source of heals is gone. And yeah, I mean,
it's fight NFG, yeah.
Yeah, it is now. It is now. Let's see if Cranster can just, you know, Junkrat can do some wild things, but going back to spawn and dying like that is one of the more tame options, but it is the one that is taken.
Just give Grace the Twitch login and have her do it.
Oh, also, wait, you're talking about the Broly movie? The Broly movie's good.
Where did you see the Broly movie?
Online. I didn't pirate it, no. No, I didn't pirate anything. Skokilla has the pulse bomb here. He has been an absolute menace with that as of late. Aloha has to get a really good immortality field because Skokilla has just been making it happen. They are going to work to force that out. It seems going to throw the pulse bomb out. It's going to hit absolutely nothing. I don't even think Aloha needed to use the immortality field there. That's how bad it was. Let's see. Cranster is going to get Reinfarth, but Winter coming up with a big bomb. And Skokilla, the only thing that has been killed was the immortality field for the Bumblebees. And back to square one. Shiranui was way out there. Don't know why that happened, but that's alright.
Carpe saw Broly in theaters. Where the hell did Oh shit, yeah, I could use my Google Play credits. Alright, I'd do that.
So
But
big
yeah,
thing
give Grace the login so we can have drops.
for NFG Chaos. Or not Chaos, that's a different team. The Bumblebees. Sorry, it's just a team I casted 3 games in a row.
Well, and they were supposed
The
to play
Bumblebees have
today.
Nano Blade. Moity never got nanoed, so don't know what that's about. He does still get a couple kills though. This Ikari doesn't even need to pop the nano. It must have been Moity was just a little out of the LOS, and yeah, PT are just kind of getting run over. Winter gets a kill on the Hog, just absolutely whipping the Hog out right now, and looks okay. You got a kill. The kills on defense count as about 2. And they are going to nano up Elfin. Elfin has been one of the deadlier players for the Bumblebees this season, and Lass is a very strong player. And let's see, is this Shatter going to come up with anything? It is going to come up with Shiranui. Shiranui is going to be unable to get that Blizzard, unable to make any more stall happen. Esikara is down. That's another really big pick. Winter does not have the vape, is going to die to the bomb.
Oh no.
Panini cannot touch. That is 3 minutes and 22 seconds on the time bank. That is nice.
Solid time bank. Charismatic,
I like it.
very happy about it. Carpe is asking me to alt tab out of a game. What kind of caster do you think I am, Carpe?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Alt tabs.
I alt F4. When I leave for a reason. Full send it.
Maybe if I restart the stream. Refresh, I mean. Do we have to enable it before I start streaming?
I've never used drops, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you.
Could really boost those numbers up.
I mean, what do we get? I mean, what would we drop, though? Like, are there echo drops right now?
I think so, yeah. That's what everyone's saying.
Sprays and stuff? Oh, okay, okay. That's cool.
Also, how the, like, the fish that's on top of attack spawn, how the hell do you pronounce that?
Where, what is it? Where?
It's like
That's on-
MRGLRG.
Oh, blah, 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 blah.
LRLGL.
Look up the Murloc sound. Google the Murloc sound. At some point. Here, I'll play on the phone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defending objective.
And my hot prediction, I'm calling a full hold. So I've seen a lot of teams run Sombra on this point, and it just doesn't get a lot done.
That's what they sound like.
What the fuck is that?
That's a Murloc. That's the it's an NPC in WoW. It's a type of species in WoW. And that's the sound they make. It's very specific. But you know, full hold. It's a pretty bold prediction, but you know, not the worst in the world. Winter is out in no man's land, standing in the wrong immortality field. If
I
do
just
so
don't
myself.
like Sombra on this point is kind of where I'm at. Especially
Yeah,
if against the Junkrat.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of it. Not the biggest fan. What I feel like the Bumblebees, they have a nice little game plan right now. The Bumblebees, I feel like, haven't played in a month or something like that. Whereas NFG, or not NFG, whereas the Bumblebees have played, they played all last week. They played all last week. They played so much. Reinhardt going down though. That is an enormous pick. Moity is going to throw in the tire, see if he can get anything done. If I'm him, I go for the Colesimora. No, he goes for the Reinhardt because that's another excellent pick. That is not going to be rezzed up. There is no mercy on the field, if I am correct. And Aloha will get a pick onto Babkit, the Baby Diva, and Cranster. Coming up with Moity is going to make this a lot easier. Desikira, we'll see, is going to die. Elfin does have to come up pretty big here. Ooh, wait, that's actually enormous.
Ooh.
That is an enormous pulse bomb from Skokilla and an even bigger anti from the Sekiro.
Why did you shatter Reinhardt?
Hey, he's just doing it.
He's trying to ruin my prediction.
Fletch has ruined our Reinhardts. It's actually annoying. He has.
PD Midnight isn't even able to get a single tick. They are coming in with EMP Blade, Shatter, Diva Bomb, Beat.
Ah, yes, the well-known Shatter, EMP, Blade, Bomb combo. It works every time. Unless Brett is gone, and then you can't really build that beat up at all. And I mean, yeah, you gotta leave. You have to leave if you're PD Midnight. You can't stay.
Yeah, it's a fight.
I'm sure Nui's still here, just chilling. I mean, your Sombra. Oh, that Demon Hunter skin. I love that. I love all the World of Warcraft that we're seeing right now. Such a good game.
Here's my admission. I have never played World of Warcraft. Sorry.
Oh yeah, don't. It's just it destroys your life. You become a degenerate. But PD Midnight, they don't want their chances of winning this to degenerate whatsoever, so they are going to EMP, get absolutely nothing done with it. Shiranui is actually going to get his life up. Elton will die to the blade. We will see if the bomb is big. Both bombs coming in, and only Bad Kids get the kill. Panini will kill Reinhardt, but Moity, Moity's just doing Junkrat things at the moment, spamming away, hitting those concussive mines, getting multiple kills, and we are down to 40 seconds for PD Midnights, and they are going on a full sail comp switch. They realize
that's interesting. So I guess they listened to me when I called out their Sombra.
They just listened a little late. That's all.
Yeah.
So mathematically, we are at the point where they cannot, PD Midnight cannot match the time bank of the Bumblebees. But we'll see. They are going to throw in. I mean, Moity's going to die early. That's good. Can't really do anything with the tire. If you are dead, I think he died before the tire was ripped. So very unfortunate for them. We do have 6 seconds. Midnight do have to touch the point. They are on. And PD Midnight, they change up their game plan a little bit. They decide to win a fight in the neutral. And they do. Skokilla, see if you can get anything out of this. Nope, not even a DMAC. Onto the Diva. Skokilla is just gonna... I mean, there's no more time to waste. You can just die, I guess. Maybe build up a little more ult charge. You get about 20%. I guess you take that.
I have a feeling they're gonna switch. Tracer's not great point B here.
PD Midnight, they know they gotta go. They have to go. They have to go. Everyone goes ahead. Winter does get slept. Is going to take maybe just a little bit of spam, but that's just more, if I'm honest, that's just more support ult charge for PD Midnight. And the only thing they really have for the Bumblebees is a nano and a lot more time. We'll have to see if they can get anything out of that, see if they can help build up a few more ults, but the ult economy for Midnight is looking a lot better. Aloha coming up on the Cole, but Panini is just going to get absolutely rolled in the neutral. Shiranui not really getting that much done.
Back onto that break too.
And that's just gonna make Genji's life impossible. I mean, Genji's gonna, if they stay on the Genji's gonna spend the rest of his time poking Brig armor. That's it. Everyone he pokes is just gonna be full of armor.
Like, it's like, yeah, you're hard countered. I get it. You want to use your ultimate, but we're pausing real quick. Carpe has submitted a ticket to figure out their ping's too high. Don't you hate it? Carpe submitted a ticket to figure out the drops, folks. We are working on it.
There we go.
That being said, I doubt Twitch is running full staff right now.
I mean, we barely are. It feels like sometimes.
Oh, well.
That's just because... never mind. We're a staff of what, like 5?
Yeah,
I think we're full staff. We're full staffed. On a good day, we're full staffed. Sometimes Ryan makes that 6. So next tournament we might have drops. Nice. For the Valorant tourney, we're gonna have Overwatch drops. Awesome, dude. That's great. Wait, Carpe just called it a tournament. But when I call it a tournament, suddenly I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. I don't know. They don't know why I'm a caster when it's a league. Because I don't call it a league, even though it is a league. But no, the owner of the league's allowed to call it a tourney.
Screenshot him and put him on blast in general. Do it. Don't fucking hold back. I'm gonna play more Animal Crossing. So, as we just learned, Flick is only here till 5 a.m., so I gotta catch me some fucking butterflies and shit.
That's the bug boy, right?
But
How much
it's
does he?
like, it's 1.5 times their normal worth.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, the only issue
Looks
is
like
it's fucking nighttime and there really aren't any good bugs out right now. If I had known he was here earlier, I would have been catching all them booter flies. Now I'm stuck getting like stink bugs and shit.
all right. So
Oh.
we're going. We're going.
Better.
PD Midnight, they are seeing their hopes in this league dwindle before their eyes in this playoff tournament. They have to at least cap here in order to stay alive in the series. That pulse bomb is just going to get a stick on the Cranster. That's an ult that they've been saving, an ult that will most likely not come up with a lot of merit. And they've been saving it, and he's dead. They do have to waste the res on him, but Elfin is brought down. That's huge. Oh, that's a big, big, big boy shatter coming out of Panini. And Shiranui is going to pop that barrage, but no one's going to die to the bomb. No one's going to die to the bomb. Thank goodness. Morty's Tire going to get a
Winter's
pick on
down.
Ultra.
That's pretty big.
Huge. That's actually enormous. But Morty will fall here to Cranster. But it looks like the reinforcements for the Bumblebees, they are here. They are out in full force, and there are no ults, and no mercy, and no Rhine for PD Midnight to keep this going. They don't even get a second tick out of that. They commit literally everything that they have in the tank, and they can't even get 2 ticks. There's only a minute left. Morty's going to be able to punch the Pharah out of the sky, it seems. Maybe Pharah decided to take a dip down onto the ground. I wasn't sure, didn't quite see it. That's always an impressive thing to see in the kill feed. Who is that? That's Elfin. Elfin getting a little wild with it, but Winter dies again. You can't really push.
It's a cute spray.
You cannot really push. Winter's gonna put the question mark.
Meanwhile in chat, apparently the Bumblebees do something heinous to cereal.
I don't even. What's Whitewater? I don't get it.
Is that like, are they like jerking it into a cereal bowl? Is that what they're implying?
I was gonna say maybe they're getting it from like a whitewater rafting site, but
Moity just makes it out with their life though. Does get 1 kill.
there's 10 seconds. There's 10 seconds and everyone on PD is dead. I think this is over unless Brad's able to get the nicest rollout of his life in the next 2 seconds. He will not. And there we go. PD Midnight. Their time in the league, it is finished, and the Bumblebees will go on to the semifinals. PD Midnight, you had a good run.
We're
the
very
Shadow Cup
happy
champions.
to have you.
We're happy to have you, but Chaos were just a little bit, or not Chaos, Bumblebees, just a little bit too much today.
The former D2 champs. Oh man, his Skokilla did come out in force on the Tracer today.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's easily my golden hammer winner, I think, or whatever we're doing. Are we doing hammer now that it's back? Are we doing caps?
We are not. We are doing, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever Golden Brugga. And it is going to Skokilla. Look at that. It's beautiful.
100%.
The Golden Brugga.
Was just... And Morty looked pretty good too, but Skokilla quite literally... I mean, there were times every single match that... every map that Skokilla just kind of took over the game and shifted everything into his team's favor, because there were times where Bumblebees, they looked awful. Like, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna cut any slack. There were times they looked awful. They just committed too many ults, and then Skokilla would just kind of come in and frag out a little bit. And you know, he definitely was not letting his team lose today. Is all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to lose even harder, he would have dragged them kicking and screaming. They got it together in the end. I think they looked very clean on the last 2 maps, especially with the double cap on Havana. But those first 2 maps were a little, but yeah. They were looking very good. And Skokilla definitely stood out.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. The first ever Golden Brugga going to Skokilla. And unless you have anything else to add, Blue, congrats to the Bumblebees. PD Midnight, hate to see you go for Season 1, but we're more than excited to see what you guys do in this org in the future.
Absolutely. Let's see, who are the 2 people they can face? Let me check the announcements chat real quick to look at the schedule. So this was match P4, which means P4 has to play the winner of P3, which is going to be Oof Troop, and the winner of the play-ins.
Ooh.
So either Orange or Chaos. So there are 3 teams on their side of the bracket that they can face in the semifinals: Oof Troop, Chaos, and NFG Chaos, and Attack Torb Orange. So that will be decided in about 10 days. So we will know our semifinal bracket near then, I believe. Yes. In 10 days, we will know our semifinal bracket for sure. For sure.
And with that, Blue, I think you and I have somewhere we need to be.
I have scrims. I'm going.
As do I.
I have a scrim that I would like to at least sit on the bench for. So I'm going to.
And I would like to go fuck some people up as May. So
There
with
you
that,
go.
everyone stay safe, stay gold, stay Torb, wash your fucking hands.
Wash
All
them,
the above.
please.
20 seconds. Wash them like
It's
you're
not
going into
hard.
surgery.
It's not hard. It's so easy. It's actually the easiest thing you'll ever do in your life.
And you
I am
save
the
lives,
coach
folks.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye, everyone.